Good morning, everybody. How are you all doing today? I hope you had a blessed and beautiful weekend. I truly hope that all of you that are celebrating Passover and those of you who are celebrating Easter yesterday had a wonderful day, whether you were just celebrating it by yourself, as I know many people were because of the quarantine, but also those of you that might have actually gotten together with family and friends. I truly hope you had a day that was filled with abundance of joy, hope, peace, happiness, health, healing, love, of course, and all those other things. I don't know if you can hear it, but I have today some slight music playing in the background. So if those of you, hello, Nicole and Carol and all of you that are joining right now. So if you can hear the music when I stop talking, could you just give me a thumbs up or just write that you can hear it? It's just very low right now. I might need to raise it, and I'll tell you why in a moment. But if any of you, hi, Lynn. Oh, great. Thank you, Carol. I truly appreciate it. Great. Thank you, Nicole. I appreciate all of you for replying. But the reason why I have some, yes, it's very low. It's very low on purpose. The reason why I have some music playing today is some people have been reaching out afterwards and the meditations and saying that when I'm guiding the loving kindness part, some of them actually begin to have thoughts that when I leave them in the silence, they're wondering if the camera or the live stream is actually buffering. So they're wondering if they're cut out of the meditation or have lost the meditation in the silence. So what I've decided to do, which I think is a very valid point, I decided to have some very low music playing in the background of these meditations so that when I do guide it and then I allow you to just sit in the silence, you can know that the camera hasn't shut off. There's still music, some slight music that you should be able to hear as we send out these phrases of loving kindness and these thoughts and well wishes to ourselves, others in the world. But now I also want to talk for a brief moment about something that might be playing into the effect of those of you that might be there practicing, and when you're in the silence, you have these little thoughts of, oh, I wonder if the phone is buffering, or I wonder if I lost the live stream, or I wonder if these things have cut out, or all of that. I will tell you that, granted, I am not downplaying the fact that that was a valid concern. The people who reached out and said, maybe during the silence it would be nice to have a little bit of music so I know that the phone is still there and I don't have to open my eyes. Granted, again, that is valid, but there is another thing that might be happening. When it comes to meditation practice, there is something known as the 5 enemies, or the 5 hindrances. And these are things that affect everyone. And they're things that we need to recognize, because if we don't overcome them, we truly won't develop or grow on our meditation path. Now, the 5 hindrances are called the 5 hindrances or the 5 enemies because there's things we have to overcome, because what they are there's 2 that are sort of states of mind, and there's 2 that are energies, and the other one is sort of in a little category by itself, that affect each and every one of us who get on sort of a spiritual practice or a meditation path, but they try to sort of steer us off of it. They try to not allow us to get into that deep meditation state. And the 5 enemies or the 5 hindrances that we need to be aware of is the first 2 that are like states of mind is attachment. When our mind is beginning to attach to certain things that arise within us, and often what it begins to do is, thank you, Melissa, is when we are meditating and pleasurable thoughts, feelings, sensations, and other things begin to arise within us. So if we're meditating and we have a feeling of peace or bliss or happiness that begins to arise, the mind sort of attaches to that and says, oh, I love this. I really want this feeling to last. I don't want it to leave. And when we attach to that, unfortunately, the attachment pulls us away from the present moment. So we've gone away from just how wonderful it feels, this feeling of peace. And we've said to ourselves, well, wait a minute, this feels so good. How can I keep it? And as soon as we said, I don't want this to leave, I want this to stay, how can I make this last? We've disconnected from the feeling of peace. We've no longer present to it. And then the other thing about meditation is and life in general, everything like arises and passes away. Nothing is permanent. Nothing is forever. Everything is being born and dying. Thoughts are arising, passes away. Feelings are arising and passing away. Emotions are arising and passing away. Sensations are arising and passing away. And trying to attach to a pleasant feeling or sensation that's arising within us, when it does pass, the attachment to it now makes us sort of miserable. It causes more suffering. Like, oh, I don't like the way I'm feeling now. I want to feel the way I was feeling before. And so attachment is something we need to work at, try to overcome. And there are antidotes to these sort of 5 hindrances or enemies. But the second one, which some people who are experiencing those moments in silence of saying, I should open my eyes, I should see if the phone cut off, is restlessness. They're just not comfortable being able to sit with themselves in the silence. And restlessness is nothing more than like an excitation of energy. And, they're too restless sitting there. They're moving this in. I got to do something else. I got to get up, or I got to look around, or I got to do this, I got to do that. And they're not able to truly focus and concentrate on what it is they're doing. So that's another thing, another enemy that needs to overcome. But on the flip side to the attachment, the third enemy is aversion. Not wanting something, not liking something, not wanting whatever feeling it is that's arising within us. And so when an unpleasant or boredom or something arises during our meditation, we're saying, oh, I don't like this feeling, I don't want to feel this way, and we're having an aversion towards it, which actually just exacerbates the problem. We're feeding the exact energy of what we don't want. And on the flip side of that, on the flip side of the restlessness, the other one, the fourth one, is sleepiness, drowsiness, which some people might get when they're meditating. Your head starts nodding, and it happens to all of us. But that's another one that we need to overcome. Meditation is, while the body is relaxed and calm, your consciousness is trying to be very aware, alert, or attentive to something. So you're actually trying to be alert and aware. So when you're doing the loving kindness practice that we do in this Metamedics group and community, is you're trying to be very alert, aware, attentive to the person you're sending this well wishes out to, but you're also trying to be very alert in the affirmations, in these statements, in these intentions. So you're trying to be alert in your consciousness while the body is relaxed and calm. So that's the fourth one. The fifth enemy that we need to overcome is just doubt. Now there is healthy doubt. Healthy doubt is like when you question things that you're just reading or hearing, to making sure that it's true. You don't want to just, sort of believe everything you hear from someone or what someone's telling you, or everything that you read without, sort of like fact checking that, or checking out if what you're hearing is truth or not. So you want to dive into those things. But there's also something called skeptical doubt. In our meditation, we might be practicing and then we're saying, I wonder if this is doing anything for me. Am I just wasting my time sitting here? Maybe I could be doing so many other productive things. I don't need to be sitting so long today. And so all of those sort of doubts are not healthy to a meditation practice. Now, again, there are ways to get over all of those 5 enemies that can be very helpful. But the number one thing is simply just to be aware of maybe what enemy you, or hindrance or obstacle you are facing on a regular basis. Many of us know that when we go to meditate, sleepiness or drowsiness is the most common enemy we need to overcome. And so there's ways to do that. And in another video, maybe I'll talk about the ways to overcome the 5 enemies. But each one of them does have specific ways. But the awareness of, now that you know what the 5 enemies are, just the simple awareness of which one is arising within you is a way to overcome it by itself. If you were not aware of these things before and you had no idea, oh, you know what, I'm getting restless now, So I'm opening my eyes, I need to get up, I need to walk around. You're just doing it, then you do that and you follow these inclinations, then you just cultivate the habit of allowing restlessness to lead you. And so, again, I have the slight music today so that when I guide us through the practice, when we do go into the silence, those of you won't think maybe it's buffering, maybe you've lost the connection, so on and so forth. So when you're in the silence, as long as you're continuing to hear the music, the meditation is going on. So please, if that restlessness of I should open my eyes, I should see what's happening, I should maybe look at Anthony or whatever it is, just continue to keep yourself in that meditative space and continue on saying the affirmations and sending out that loving kindness to all beings everywhere. Okay? So now I invite you all just to get into any relaxed or comfortable position. And we're just going to start by beginning with those 3 deep, long breaths together. So I invite you to take a long, deep breath in. Slowly exhale, or you could even sigh your breath out. And take another long, deep breath in. Slowly exhale or sigh your breath out. And one more long, deep breath in. Slowly exhale or sigh your breath out. And now at this point, I invite you to just allow your breath to settle to whatever its natural or regular rhythm might be in this moment. Allow your breath to just be through the nose or the nasal passages, each inhalation and exhalation, just in and out of the nostrils. But now here, you no longer control, regulate your breath in any way. You just simply allow it to be however it is. And just try to observe it. Just try to witness it. If your breath is fast, that's fine. If it's slow, that's okay too. It doesn't matter how it is. Just try to observe it and witness it. And allow the breath in this moment to be however it wants to be. So if your breath is very shallow and you begin to think, maybe I need to take deeper breaths, just let that thought go. That's a judgment. And just try to focus on the sensation of the body breathing. If you wish, to help you get a little bit more connected to this moment, a little bit more centered in this present moment, you can gently rest your hand on your chest or your belly or abdomen so that you can actually feel the sensation of breathing. Maybe noticing while you breathe in, your abdomen and belly expand, your chest rises, and as you breathe out, your belly contracts, your chest begins to fall. It's a very wonderful way to just connect with breathing, is placing that hand on the belly and abdomen, and it truly helps to ground you in this present moment. And now that we've gotten into a little bit more centered space, now that we've pulled ourselves into this present moment a little bit more fully, I now invite you to just bring your awareness and attention to yourself. Maybe feel the weight of the body on the chair or the cushion you're seated upon. Or if you're laying down, just feel the weight of the body supported by the ground or Mother Earth beneath you. And now, while keeping your awareness on yourself, I would like you to please just silently repeat these 4 following phrases after me. Now, I always say that if you are alone, you're more than welcome to sort of vocalize them or just whisper them if you wish. So just silently or quietly repeat these phrases after me. I am loved. I am happy. I am healthy. I am peaceful. I am loved. I am happy. I am healthy. I am peaceful. I am loved. I am happy. I am healthy. I am peaceful. And now please just continue to offer yourself your own loving kindness by continuing to silently repeat those 4 phrases to yourself. And as you're doing this, don't just let it be lip service. Don't run through these phrases really quickly, but say them with a little bit of feeling, that you really do feel this and wish this for yourself. Maybe, put a slight smile on your face or a half smile. That smile on your face while you're offering yourself these well wishes can truly help to generate the feeling. I am loved. I am happy. I am healthy. I am peaceful. And next I invite you to call to mind someone you know that you love dearly. This is someone you really love a lot. Now the person can be living or deceased. This doesn't matter. The person can be a family member such as a mother, father, grandmother, or a grandparent, or even a grandchild, a child, a sibling, cousin, or it could be a very dear close friend. And those of you that are animal lovers, if you have a pet that you just really love dearly, you can even bring that into your loving kindness meditation. And so I invite you to try to picture, imagine, sense, feel, visualize in any way possible this person in front of you or this person before you, or try to see them to the best of your ability in your mind's eye. And now you're going to offer your loving kindness to them. And you can do this in one of 2 ways. You can either just begin to hold them in your mind's eye and state, "May you be loved. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be peaceful." Or, if you want to personalize it, make it a little bit more of an intimate practice, you can insert his or her name into the 4 statements. And so you can say, "May he or she be loved. May he or she be happy. May he or she be healthy. May he or she be peaceful. And now just take a moment to continue to offer your loving kindness to the person you have imagined before you, but just continuing to silently offer them those well wishes. And now whenever the mind wanders, when it gets distracted, don't get upset, don't worry. If you're having a lot of thoughts, that's okay. The mind is just doing what it's sort of been conditioned and built and created to do, and that's think. But when that does happen, and the mind wanders away from the person, or you get lost in thought and forget about saying the affirmations, I invite you to return gently and lovingly back to refocusing on the person you love a lot, and then just begin again. Start from the beginning. May you be loved. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be peaceful. And next, I invite you to call to mind someone you know who might be having a hard or a difficult time right now. Now, this can be somebody who's suffering mentally, emotionally, and we might know many people who are having difficulties in the present situation around the world, especially people who maybe have lost their jobs, people who have lost their income, people who are struggling with being in this social distancing, isolation, quarantine sort of environment, missing that connection with others. But we can also think or call to mind someone who might be suffering physically with a sickness, illness, or disease. And perhaps we know someone who is sick right now, maybe with the virus, or sick for some other reason. If not, we can actually just call to mind a city or a place that is struggling with containing the virus, and maybe, sending the loving kindness to that particular city. You're more than welcome to do this next part however you want, but you're invited to try to think about, visualize, sense, feel, imagine, picture in any way possible someone who's having a difficult situation or someone who's suffering with a sickness, illness, or disease. And now you're going to send your loving kindness to them in the exact same way. You can either say, may you be loved, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be peaceful. Or if you know them personally, you can insert his or her name into it by saying, may he or she be loved, may he or she be happy, may he or she be healthy, may he or she be peaceful. And now just take a moment to continue to offer your loving kindness to the person that you have imagined before you, or the city that you're sending this loving kindness out. As a reminder, again, we want to, connect the head with the heart, and don't just let these be words that we're saying, but put a little bit of feeling behind the words. So you can put a smile or a slight smile on your face, half smile on your face, in order to cultivate that feeling as you're sending out these vibrations, these thought energies, these affirmations, these well wishes. And again, it's just, may you be loved, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be peaceful. Whenever you get distracted, just begin again, refocusing on the person and starting from the beginning. Don't worry about where you were. And now we're going to begin to move into the next part of the loving kindness practice, which might be a little bit more difficult to really generate these feelings. And the first one I'm going to ask you or invite you to call to mind is someone that is a neutral person to you. And by neutral, it means that you really have no feelings for, either good or bad. So, it's not somebody you love dearly, but it's not somebody you have any sort of animosity towards, or ill feelings towards, or ill will towards. It might be, the examples I often use is like the neighbor down the street that you might just wave to in the morning when you're driving to work, or maybe walking your dog, or maybe someone that you see often when you visit a particular store, like the dry cleaner, or the person, a cashier at a certain place that you visit frequently, that you might know by face, but really have no feelings towards that person. Might be your delivery man or your postman. And so what you're going to do with this person is, again, just try to picture, imagine, sense, feel, visualize in any way possible now this person in front of you, or try to see them again in the mind's eye. And now just begin to offer them your loving kindness. Now with this person, you might not know their name, so you're just going to want to use the may you be phrases rather than trying to personalize it. And so you just hold them in your mind's eye, hold them in your heart, or try to picture them before you, and just begin by saying, may you be loved. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be peaceful. And now just take a moment to try to offer your loving kindness to this person. You might notice a little bit of difference in the way this loving kindness begins to now. You might feel a little bit of less intensity in sending out these thoughts towards this person. When it was someone you loved dearly, it might have been very easy to cultivate that feeling that, you do wish them to be loved, to be happy, to be healthy, to be peaceful. But with this neutral person, there might be a little less intensity of that feeling. That's fine. Don't worry. Perfectly natural. With time, you will develop and grow that seed of unconditional, selfless, altruistic love within, where through this practice, you will begin to radiate boundless love towards all beings, love one another, recognize that we all wish for happiness, we all wish for peace, we all wish for love. We're all seeking the very same human qualities, basic human needs. And so just try your best by offering them these well wishes. May you be loved. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be peaceful. And I will remind you again by putting maybe a slight smile on your face. You might really feel that it does help to generate that feeling of loving kindness towards this person. And let this practice be, playful. Don't think of this as like when we meet that is some like duty you have to force yourself to do. No, do it with a sense of openness, with a sense of playfulness, with a sense that you want to send out these vibrations, these thought energies, these affirmations to others in the world. Again, it's believed when meditators come together in such a way that we create a sort of group energy, a mass energy, by all coming together with one mind, focusing on the same things. So again, this person that's of a neutral feeling towards you, just begin, may you be loved. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be peaceful. And now we come to the part of the practice that many people often find a little bit difficult. They notice a lot of resistance, more mind wandering. And so at this point, I invite you to try to picture, imagine, sense, feel, visualize in any way you can, someone from the present or your past that you might have had a hard or a difficult time getting along with. This is somebody who might have hurt you, used you, wronged you in some type of way. Someone with whom you've had conflict, or someone who knows how to irritate you, push your buttons, get under your skin. Someone with whom you just don't see eye to eye. Now again, I often recommend, if you're new to the loving kindness practice, you don't pick the most strenuous and the most difficult relationship to begin with, as it could be maybe a little bit overwhelming picturing this person, especially if they've deeply hurt us or wounded us. So maybe start with a lesser sort of irritant. And I invite you now to picture, imagine, sense, feel, visualize in any way you can this person before you. And now we're just going to continue on imagining this person and try to offer them our loving kindness by saying, may you be loved. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be peaceful. If you know the person's name, again, you can personalize it, make it a little bit more of an intimate connection by inserting his or her name into the statements. May he or she be loved. May he or she be happy. May he or she be healthy. May he or she be peaceful. And now just take a moment to try to offer them your loving kindness. Now, right from the start, you might notice that this person of difficulty, your mind wanders a lot more. You know, it's hard to keep the attention focused on them, especially if it's someone that has wronged us or used us or hurt us. That's okay. Please know that that's natural. Just whenever you notice the mind has wandered, refocus on this person and start again. Don't worry about where you were. Just start again with, may you be loved. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be peaceful. You might notice that sending out these affirmations towards them is a little bit harder. Thoughts might arise in your mind, such as, I really don't feel this for this person. I don't want them to be happy. They've hurt me in some type of way. And that little voice is always talking. You know, it's trying to protect us from knowing we were hurt before. And the default state of our mind is if we're hurt, we hurt others. You know, if someone says something hurtful to us, we typically respond in kind and say something hurtful back. But this is breaking that sort of pattern, breaking those habitual, patterns that we've built up in us, those habits, and teaching us to respond in a more wiser way. And so if you're thinking of this person and those little thoughts are arising, just continue saying, may you be loved, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be peaceful. And if it's mechanical right now, that's okay. Your heart will open in time the more you practice these loving kindness practices. That's what it's about. It's, again, nurturing that seed, cultivating that seed of unconditional love within us. This is a way to help do that, to expand the heart, to expand our compassion towards everyone. And so, again, if it is mechanical, it's okay. Your heart will open in time. The walls that we've built around it, those walls of protection, we'll begin to take them down gently, brick by brick. But if for any reason, if the person that you've called into your mind's eye, this person that's hurt you or wronged you, or this difficult person, is actually making you feel angry, upset, or annoyed just picturing them in this moment, then perhaps it's best to take this time to offer the loving kindness back to yourself, because truly you're the one who's in need of a little bit of healing right now. But if you can continue on with the difficult person, please do. Please know that sending out this loving kindness towards them is not really about them. It's about us. It's a way for us to sort of cultivate forgiveness. It's a way for us to sort of let go of any baggage that we're carrying from past hurts, from past experiences. It's a way for us to move on. And now, last but definitely not least, we're going to send out our loving kindness now to all beings, to all life, everywhere in this universe. So now I just invite you to once again silently repeat, or again, if you're alone, you can gently whisper or state these statements out loud. It's okay, but just silently repeat them after me. May all beings be loved. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be loved. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. And may all beings be peaceful. And now please take the final moments of our meditation to sincerely and wholeheartedly try to offer your loving kindness now to all beings, to all life everywhere in this universe. Allow this loving kindness to penetrate all the places of the earth that might be going through the difficulty of the viral outbreak. Allow these well wishes to penetrate our planet, bring healing to the planet, bring healing to humanity. When the mind wanders, when thoughts arise, don't worry, just refocus. Start again with the first affirmation. May all beings be loved. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. And may all beings be peaceful. And again, it's very helpful to put a smile on your face as you're stating these statements. It helps to generate a nice feeling. Another thing that might be helpful is the little sort of example I share with the monk I met in Bodh Gaya in one of the monasteries I was at. When he would practice loving kindness, he'd imagine a colored energy being sent out from him in all directions when he would get to all beings or everywhere. And so when he would say, may all beings be loved, maybe to you a red heart is a symbol of love. So he would send out like a red energy from himself in all directions, spreading throughout the world or spreading throughout the universe. Then when he would say, may all beings be happy, whatever color happiness is for you, he'd send out a wave of that color throughout the universe. When he said it came to all beings be healthy, a wave of healing energy spread throughout the universe. And peaceful, a wave of peaceful energy, colored whatever color, maybe blue or some other color is peaceful to you. He would send that out through the entire universe. So you can do that. Whatever way it's most helpful for you to think about these phrases, to generate these feelings, sending out these energies to ourselves, others in the world. May all beings be loved. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. And may all beings be peaceful. I'm just going to continue on for another moment. So just continue whenever the mind wanders to return back. Come back to the practice. Come back to thinking about all beings in this universe and start again. May all beings be loved. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. And may all beings be peaceful. Our meditation has come to its end. Some of you may need to bring some gentle movement back to your body by beginning to wiggle your toes or wiggle your fingers. You might like to stretch your arms or legs. Maybe take a couple of deep breaths just to bring your awareness back to the body, fully grounded again in the room or wherever you're at. And whenever you feel ready, slowly begin to open your eyes, bring yourself back into the space. I truly appreciate each and every one of you who does join us for these group meditations here at Metta Medics. Again, please know this isn't my community, this is our community, so I do appreciate all the feedback and anything you guys share, especially that, you know, in the silence, some of you were getting, you know, a little bit restless. You were opening your eyes saying, oh, did I lose the feed? Is it buffering? Am I missing a part of the meditation? So I hope adding the little bit of music in the background was helpful for those of you that did reach out about that. I will continue to do that, you know. And anything else that you might need to make this a better experience for you, please don't hesitate to share. Share in the comments below, or, you know, private message me, whatever way you want to do that. Please, it's fine. And I thank you all for being here. So thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Carol. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Amber and Nicole and Savannah and Bridget and Lisa and Lori and Leslie and Melissa and everybody else that was here today. I truly appreciate you being a part of this group. I appreciate you being a part of this community. If you know others who are interested, please share this meditation with them. Hopefully they'll join, or invite them to join the group so that we can grow even more and more and more. Because again, I'm trying during this whole quarantine to really test this whole Maharishi effect. I don't know how I'd ever get the statistics or the results of it, but they do say that when a huge group of people come together, it changes the dynamic of the area that they're living in. And it only takes 1% of the population. So supposedly in like a city of 4 million people, you only need like 200 people meditating together to cause a shift in the dynamic of the sort of energy and consciousness of that community. So the more people we get into this community of ours, the better. I truly thank you all. I hope that you have a beautiful week. I hope this is a wonderful way for you to start the week. Please know we meet again on Friday morning. And I'm thinking about maybe adding a evening, because a lot of people are saying that, you know, they can't make this, but they can make it after work. So maybe I might try next week, not this week, but might try next week, a Wednesday evening at like 7 or 7:30. But I hope you all have a wonderful, blessed, beautiful day. And I hope that each and every day is truly filled with an abundance of love, happiness, and peace. Thank you all. Have a great day. Bye-bye.